Now let's count them off. 1, 2, 3. This is the whole book. This is a big book too. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So credit card debt can become overwhelming, and it's actually the worst type of debt that you can carry because it's got such high interest rates. The government actually had to limit the credit card companies to almost 30% because otherwise they would charge you even more. And there are better ways to do that. Imagine what your life is like if you can get that credit card debt behind you and start from scratch. Well, that's where today's video sponsor, Upstart, is here to help. Upstart is the fast and easy way to pay off your debt with a personal loan all online. Whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high-interest debt, or funding personal expenses, over 1 million people have used Upstart to get one fixed monthly payment with a clear payoff date. Rather than look at credit score alone, Upstart considers other factors like your income, current employment, and credit history to find you a smarter rate for your loan. You can check your rate without impacting your credit score in minutes for loans between $1,000 to $50,000. You can even receive funds as fast as 1 business day after accepting your loan. To find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments, visit upstart.com/SSR. I put a link right below in the description. Be sure to use that. This way they know that you came from me. That's upstart.com/SSR, link right below in the description. What's up, everybody? Happy Thanksgiving Eve. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to show you around the shop a little bit, show you some of the long-term, short-term stuff, and then we'll get into the really long-term stuff, which is really a pain in the butt. So as you can see, the sheetrock is coming along, which is good. It took forever because the landlord was arguing with their insurance company. And you'll see, actually, I've got a good handful of cars sitting here. Actually, a good handful. I've got 1, 2, 3 cars left over for Thanksgiving, which is pretty shocking. I usually don't have that many cars left over. You'll see longer term or shorter longer term. I'm going to be working on the Ferrari, getting this thing back up and running. I've got my own little Optima collection down here. But starting with the new battery so I can get it over to the shop and just do the full tear down here and get this thing back up and running. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I may keep it, I may sell it, but now at least I have a winter project. And when I say a winter project, we're talking I'm going to the Bahamas in December, beginning of December, and then I'm going to do, we have an adventure drives trip. And you know, I didn't even tell anyone about this. So we have an adventure drives trip. We're doing a Los Angeles-based adventure drives trip. Check out the website. And it's going to be a weekend trip. It starts December 10th, ends on the 13th. We're starting in Los Angeles, over in Santa Monica, going up to Death Valley, staying in Death Valley, and then we're going all the way to Ojai Valley. So it should be a good time if you want to jump on a cheap, when I say cheap, relatively cheap for adventure drives trip. It's going to be a great time. I'll see you out there. But when I'm done with that, this will be number 1 on my list to pay attention to and get back up and running. The NSX still buried over there. We can start working on, you know, I've got to figure out why. All the stuff I leave off, we got to get the mechanics lien on that green thing so we can move that on. And then the Supras, the NSX is over there. And even I'm sending this out, if you watched it sorted, and you remember the silver Supra, right? Petrol Works? Well, that thing was bonkers. I'm sending this car out to Moe's to get finished. Mo is going to finish his car so I don't ever have to look at it looking like this ever again. And he is also going to be taking control of my Supra and getting this thing to just say showroom ready. And I don't know. I'm still up in the air. I'll probably end up driving this thing now because I don't think this thing's ever going down in value. Same with that. These things are crazy. The NSX, you didn't see it. a orange 05 NSX just sold for $245,000 the other day, which is nuts. And then over there, I got my HRE wheels. I got to get the fourth one, which is still at the tire shop from the flood, right? Because I had my tire, I put it on the back as a spare, and then I got new tires on it, which have a mile on them. This is a whole work in progress. It was cool. I saw Boosted Boys through Amelia. They took an NSX and they put like a big, powerful engine in it. It's sort of a drag car now, but it's pretty cool to see an NSX actually go fast because it is a lightweight chassis. And I always wondered why nobody's ever made one really fast. Now it doesn't really make sense to do that because they're so valuable, but to each their own. They make good YouTube content at least. And they've got like an 8-second, I think it went 888, 8-second quarter-mile pass on an NSX, which is just sort of bonkers. Just proving you stick a big enough motor in anything, it'll go really fast. But what we're going to talk about today, and I'm sorry for the digression, but we're going to talk about what happens when you drive a car without a license plate. Now, Rob Ferretti World says, if I drive a car without a license plate, but it's registered, insured, like I should be all right, right? Because like I just don't have a plate. Well, I was wrong, and they, Oakland, New Jersey, threw the book at me. Let's lay this out here. Well, I guess we'll use my Ferrari for something right now. Let's count them off. 1, 2, 3. This is the whole book. This is a big book too. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, 8 tickets, all effectively for driving without a plate. Now, to me, if you drive without a plate in a car that's registered and insured, right? Like somebody could steal the plate could fall off. My ramp truck is what is the source of all these tickets. And now if you think about it, the ramp truck is a modified pickup truck. And it's modified so that the bed sticks out. And if you've seen it, the bed comes out all the way here, the plate hangs down. So it's always, the plate is always bent from just hitting, I don't know, just backing into a curb or like catching a low point on the ground. It'll break off, and that's what ended up happening. So the DMVs are all backed up, and I'm like, well, it's a permanent plate, permanent registration. It's been insured forever, so it shouldn't really be a big deal. We'll just drive it around without the plate until the new one came in, and cop pulled us over, and let's see where we're starting here. These are in no particular order. This is failure to conform to motor vehicle inspection law, right? So this guy is saying that this truck is commercial vehicle. Now, we've brought this up before, right? Commercial vehicles, to me, dump truck, 18-wheeler, something that's big and unwieldy. I have a modified pickup truck, right? It's a GMC Sierra 3500. That, to me, is not a commercial vehicle. Now, the DOT will make well, if it's this and this and used in this, but it's okay. But, well, once you cross state lines, now it's commercial, even though it would be not commercial if you stayed within state lines. Nonsense, right? It's all nonsense. Because then you have people driving RVs or 18-wheelers as recreational vehicles, so it bypasses all DOT and commercial vehicle regulations anyway. So it's stupid the way it's all set up. A commercial vehicle should be something that requires a special license because it's so difficult to drive. I have a modified pickup truck, personally registered, or like under my LLC, personally registered. It's a pickup truck with a longer bed on it. So we'll have to deal with Officer whatever Griffin when we get there. But he's just straight up saying this is a commercial vehicle, and therefore I am not conforming to motor vehicle inspection law by not having my vehicle inspected. However, there's no inspection in the state of Montana. So that's one of the reasons people register in Montana. And a lot of people register in Montana so they don't have to pay taxes. My truck was already registered in, it was New Jersey previously, or wherever it was. So I've already paid taxes on it, so it doesn't really matter. Now I pay double taxes, if anything, so I don't know what to tell you. Now it's just you have a problem with where people register businesses. I can't help you there, Mr. Officer. This one, failure to possess driving registration. I don't know why the registration wasn't in it. If it wasn't, I should just be able to furnish the registration and show it's got a registration, which he was able to look up, and that ticket goes away as well. Improper use of out-of-state registration. Well, therefore, so maybe the registration wasn't a truck, and he was saying that he didn't recognize it as a valid registration because it was out of state, and I'm doing something that's out of state that I shouldn't be doing. Again, this is all, like, this guy's sort of picking a fight with the entire idea of registering a car or registering a vehicle out of the state that you physically reside in. I don't know what to tell you. Like, there's a reason. I can't imagine. Now I'm going to go at this as Rob Ferretti, the lawyer, prior. And I did a whole video on how to handle traffic tickets. Watch that if you want to see. But I'm going to go at this myself first before I hire an attorney, because I think these will all just get dismissed. Safety glass requirement. I would say that this is probably something to do with the tints. Again, registered in Montana. Doesn't matter. I don't have to worry about New Jersey tint laws. Exceeding registrant weight. Excess weight. He's saying it was 10,000 pounds overweight. I don't know where he's getting this. Like, this is like, I'm going to definitely motion for discovery on all this and have him provide the rationale behind each and every one of these tickets. Why? Because that's just a D-bag thing to do. It's going to make him do so much extra work. There's a good chance he's not even going to do it. But these are all going to get dismissed anyway, because I'm not doing anything wrong. If I was doing anything wrong, then everybody who's ever registered a car out of state or a vehicle or has a company out of state that registers something under a company is also doing something wrong. Can't help you there. That's a big fight to pick from a small municipality in New Jersey. Driving or parking an unregistered motor vehicle. Again, it's got a permanent registration. It just didn't have a license plate. You can shove that ticket square up your patoot. This one, non-commercial truck license application for. All right, so he's saying non-commercial trucks license. I guess this is saying that I should have had a, yeah, whatever. And last but not least, to cap off the 8, improper display or unclear plates. That one, valid. I didn't have a plate. So that's one ticket. I'll probably just say, yes, my plate went missing. I did not have it. But Jesus Christmas threw the book at me. And I've got to go deal with this. This is never actually the accurate date. But right now it's for April 7th of 2022. So longer term stuff, I'll have to deal with it. But I got 8 tickets for one missing plate on a fully registered, fully insured vehicle. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you in the loop. What a headache. Wasn't looking to deal with that. But sometimes life just kicks you in the nuts and you got to deal with it. Rob Ferretti, thank you for watching. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And I will catch you next time. If you're interested in adventure drives, check it out. Otherwise, make sure you click the link in the description for the sponsor. We got Upstart here. Good company, and they will help you out if you got credit card debt that you need resolved. Catch you next time.